Hey! What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss J. I am live on Facebook without warning. Isn't that so conducive, reflective, parallel to, similar to what's been happening in your life and what's going on today? So, I made a post a little bit ago. A picture. Yes, I took that picture with my own cell phone and posted it. It's not a stock photo. I didn't steal it from Google. Today in Northern California, we had a hailstorm. And it wasn't just the fact that it was a hailstorm. It was the fact that it is the middle of May in Northern California. Hey, April. Hey, sis. And we are having winter-like weather in the middle of May. And no matter where you are in the world, unless it's like Alaska or someplace where it's always snowing on the top of the mountains, high peaks, even in like Reno in Nevada and Tahoe, still getting snow and all that crazy stuff is going on. And so I just really posted what I believe Spirit was telling me. It was not a declaration to anyone else. It was not a prophecy to anyone else. But I am excited that there are others who are connected in spirit, who received the same message, who understood the same message. April says not on the east side. So it was only in certain areas, which makes it even more amazing. That it came on some of us and not all of us. And that's neither good nor bad. It just further confirms exactly what Spirit revealed to me and the message that I received in it. And that's why I ended the post with, find a reflection of your own truth. Those of you who have known me for years, those of you who have been following me, whether in support or not, I'm truly grateful and I am thankful for the connections that we have. April says, love this weather. I kind of do, kind of don't. Spring is my favorite time of year, minus the pollen. I don't like to be out in this type of weather, but any weather that keeps you in with a nice hot cup of coffee, or tea, and like I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I collect vinyls, like literally. Maybe one day I'll expose my collection, but only those who know me personally have seen my collection of records, vinyl records. And I have a record player, so I love that sound. And this weather, to play some smooth jazz, and have just that feel under blankets and cuddling up to the one that you love. Yes, April, I love it. Yet getting out in the rain, having hail in the middle of May, no. But yes, sis, I feel you on that. But I did want to chat about the storm today and give a little bit more insight about what I felt, what I believe Spirit is revealing to me and my truth. As I grow, as I mature, as I go through this human experience as a spiritual being, as just a woman, as female, as mother, as light, as truth, as energy, I want to make sure that I am on the right path, as we all do. I want to make sure that I am continuing to flow authentically, continuing to flow freely, and being the love that I am, receiving the love that I am, being the light that I am, reflecting the light that I am, and wanting the same and expecting the same in return. This storm that came with not much warning felt great. It felt amazing. And I lightweight got emotional because in transparency, lately there's been a lot of times, more often than usual, that I have needed confirmation. Not affirmation, confirmation. I've been searching within myself and looking within the earth for reflections of what I've been believing, what I've been feeling. And those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, it's okay. It's okay for us not to be in the same space, in the same place. But those of you who know exactly what I mean, please comment and say, yes, you feel me? I have not been needing affirmation. I've been needing confirmation, and not from people. I've been needing confirmation in spirit. So following my pastor, listening, spiritually and emotionally, I've been kind of down, feeling a little homesick for Atlanta and my church there. My pastor in California passed away a couple of years ago. Pastor D. Marilyn Fullard. So I've been missing her when these moments pop up to get, yes, girl, I feel you, and that type of thing. So this storm that happened today, although the weatherman was saying rain is coming, the weatherman was saying, it's cold and some weird stuff is going to happen. None of us truly expected the magnitude that it fell. None of us really expected, the hail and how much came. I mean, we've seen hail in California before. I mean, let's just ignore the fact right now that it's still the middle of May, y'all. Like, we're having this conversation in the middle of May in Northern California. But besides all that, the amount of hail that came, not even the size of hail, to see it pile up, meaning that it was cold enough to withstand hitting the ground and the concrete and the grass, and even the rain and combination of that didn't even melt it away quick enough. The flash floods. Unfortunately, my family, my community has lost a few people on yesterday with the rain, car accidents, and all those things that are detrimental to our emotional processing. Grief is natural, but it is traumatic. Now, let me take detrimental back and replace that word with traumatic. Those of us who have been going through that, those of us who have been experiencing that, and then the storm comes. Not only does the storm come, it brings thunder, it brings lightning, it brings not just thunder, but shaking. Like, my house shook, like it affected the power. I just found out that I have a leak in my garage thanks to the rain. So half of my garage is just wet. And all of that stuff came, and what was revealed to me is exactly what the season is right now. Forget the season, what it's called in the natural. Hey, Tashate, thanks, sis, for always supporting. But forget the season that's natural. Forget that it's supposed to be end of spring, beginning of summer. Forget that, this is weird and not normal. Forget all of that and receive the fact that we are in a season of uncommon miracles. We are in a season of unexpected breakthrough. We are in a season of crazy faith. We are in a season of exposure. We are in a season of truth. We are in a season of light. And when you're in a season of truth and light, darkness, negativity, evilness, pettiness, opposition shows its ass. Yes, it shows its ass, because you have to understand that the norm, the traditions, people who are used to you being a certain way, people who expect you to be a certain way so they can feel comfortable in their ego, they can feel comfortable in their emotions, does not want you to change. Darkness does not want light to come. Evilness does not want joy and truth and smiles and peace. Hey, Stace, hey, sis. They do not want you to succeed. So when you are succeeding in spite of, despite, when you are smiling and they know how much you're struggling, when you are still accomplishing goals and they hated on you and didn't share your post and didn't tell anybody about it, when you still are succeeding, when people are still supporting you, they show their ass. Just like the storm that hit today, regardless of the sun being out, regardless of clouds not being in one area and then clouds being in another area and drenching your house while everybody else's house seems to be dry and untouched. In spite of all of that, you are still here, still doing it, still looking good while you're doing it. And many, many, many more miracles and many more blessings are on the way. So much so that it is collecting on the ground and things are happening that people are like, WTF, WTF. It is summertime. It's supposed to be hot. It's supposed to be dry. She's supposed to be crying. She's supposed to be delusional. She's supposed to be depressed. She's supposed to give up and she's still going. She is broke. I heard this. I heard that. I saw this. I knew her when. I knew her before then. That's not really what she does. That's not really where she came from. That's really not truth. That's only half truth. Do you know she really didn't do that? Do you know she really doesn't know this person? Do you know I knew when she had it? All of that. And it's storming outside. Flowers are blooming. People are wearing shorts and sandals. And here comes the hail. Now, you could take that in a negative light, honey. But myself, Jennifer M. Primos, Miss J, a.k.a. Jen, a.k.a. whoever you want to call me, received all of that with a great big smile. I was on the phone with Stacia. And I was like, hold on, girl. Hold on. I was like, Stacia, hold on. Let me call you back. I got to call you back. And she was like, okay. Stacia, no. Hey, everybody. Yes, thank you. When the storm came and all the hail fell down, I received that in all positiveness. I received that in all strength. I received that in all confirming. I received that in all affirming. I received that in every bit of everything that I needed. Sometimes you got to put your sis on hold and tell her you'll call her right back and celebrate and view and look at the unnatural things that are happening in your life. If you are expecting things to go the same way that they went before, what's the saying we always say? Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result is insanity. Flip that around. Expecting a different result, doing the same thing over and over again is insane. No matter how you say it, it's crazy. So in this season, it's crazy. It's insane. It is irrelevant to where you are going. Where you are now, where you have been before is irrelevant. It doesn't matter that the calendar says it's summertime. It doesn't matter that our calendar says that it's May. It doesn't matter that just a few days ago we were reaching 90 degrees. It doesn't matter that it never rains in Southern or Northern California. It doesn't matter that you've known them for 20 years. It doesn't matter that you've been connected to them for 40 years. It doesn't matter that they invested in you. It doesn't matter that they're not sharing with you. What matters is that you are connecting to your own personal truth, that you are connecting authentically, that you are connecting freely, that you are living the life you were born to live. And that's all that matters. Like Stacia just says, all that is a non-mother loving factor. In all truth. And I celebrate the storms in life because I've endured so many storms that kept me wet. So many storms have kept me depressed. So many storms that have kept me angry. So many storms that have kept me down, that this storm that happened today, all it did was help me say, yep, I'm on the right track. Y'all think I'm crazy. Oh, I've heard. Honey, please, all the stuff that has been said about me, Lord Jesus. I saw a meme a few years ago where it says, I love hearing rumors because I get to learn a lot about myself. I've even had to cut off some people that called me and be like, girl, they lying on you out here. Girl, I heard they were saying this about you. Girl, I didn't even respond. Blocked. I don't even care if you believe it or not. I don't care if you're talking about me. I don't care. You know why? Because of the storm. I don't care what your expectations are of my life. what your expectations are of the lives of those who are connected to me. All I care about is making my God proud, proving myself wrong in the areas that I doubt, proving myself right in the areas that I am strengthened and encouraged, and reflecting that each and every day, and being a true example to my son and children to come, that no matter the weather, expect the unexpected. No matter the weather, be prepared for it all. Be wise, and your preparation, like I said before, is your experiences. If you ain't never been caught in a storm, if you ain't never seen no hail, you would have probably lost your mind. Those of us who done seen some hail, those of us who have lived on the East Coast, trust and believe. Stacia, go ahead and add another amen. Those of us who have lived, not just visited, those of us who have lived where hurricanes come, those of us who have gone outside in shorts and sandals and then the rain comes, those of us who have been through the storm was not shaken. We were not moved. We were not depressed. We were cool. I put on another pot of coffee and loved it. So those of you in Northern California, those of you no matter where you're watching, those of you who are showing some love, I thank you and I appreciate you. Now let's keep on talking. Let me go through here. Thank you to Shantae. That's wisdom, cutting them off, carrying a bow, wisdom, all shit. Yes. Girl, to Shantae, you already know, honey. Let's not get in on Stockton, California. I'm gonna have to do a whole video to just talk about the spirit of Stockton, California, my home, where I was born. But let me give this, and this is not a disclaimer, this is just a little bit of insight since we're doing the spontaneous thing today on live. I was born and raised in Stockton, California. I lived on the east side, Filbert Arms. Those of you who from that side, Coretta King Elementary School, Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary School, and Coretta Scott King Preschool. The Hump, East Side, all that. I was born and raised there, then South Side Stockton, Southeast Side Stockton. That's Nightingale, Park Lane, East 8th Street, Mariposa, where the Kmart used to be because it's gone now. That's where I was born and I was raised until I was 17 years old. And then I left and lived in Atlanta, Georgia. I became a woman in Atlanta, Georgia. I lived there for over a decade, nearly 2 decades I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. So a lot of people are asking, you're back now? You live here now? Are you home yet? Atlanta is my home. California is my home. But on a deeper level, why does it matter? A couple of people have asked me that a few times. I've shared some events, I've shared some posts, and instead of saying congratulations, instead of saying how do I support, instead of saying how do I become a member, instead of saying how do I get involved, you're back now? Do you live here now? And it's okay, it's not a secret. I just always wonder, why does that matter? Do you need me to help you with something? Do you want me to support you in something? Do you want to partner for something? Or do you just want me to be as nosy? Sorry, my camera's tripping, y'all. See my phone? See how that happened? Or are you just being nosy and want to keep me in the box that you are comfortable with me being in? Are you so eager to find out where I live so you can understand how I move? Are you so eager to find out what's going on in my life personally so you can feel like you know me enough and we're so common and we're so together that you can keep locked in to your idea of who I should be, what I should be doing, and how I should be doing it? Y'all see my phone is acting up right now. It is not liking it. And it's okay. I got to get a new phone. Stacia, I know she is weak right now because she knows my phone struggles. But I always question why people ask, are you back? No, I'm not. No. I may be back close to you physically, But my travel plans, where I live, has nothing to do with our spiritual connection. Christine says, hey girl, because you were loved and missed. I'm just saying, love and miss y'all too. But the point that I'm trying to get at with finding out where I am, where I live, how long I'm going to be here, when am I traveling, and my schedule and my plans has nothing to do with our purpose together, our season together. Is it lifelong? Is it just for a moment? No matter what, it might end. But I want you guys to truly, truly, truly connect with me and understand that no, I am not back. I am not back to who I used to be. I'm not back to who I was yesterday. I'm not back to who I was when we hung out. I'm not back to who I was when we worked together. I'm not back to who I was when we lived together. I'm not back to the person that you knew when we grew up. I'm not back to the person I was at the beginning of 2019. I'm not back to the person that you worked with in 2017. I'm not back to the person that you grew up with because we were cousins. We are cousins and we grew up on the east side. I'm not back to the person who lived on the south side. I'm not back to the person that I was even this morning. No, I am not back. I am here. And wherever here is, whether it's in California, whether it's in Georgia, whether it's in Texas, whether it's overseas, I am present and I am here for purpose. So if you want to connect in purpose, if you want to connect in spirit, you have access to me. You may not have the same access you did before. No, you can't just call me and dump all of your personal things on me and expect me to Anyala fix my life, Junior. I'm not here to fix your life. She is not here to fix your life. Let's not even get into that. What I am present for is what I am purpose for. And if on today, the only thing you get from me out of this live feed is a smile and some truth, then my purpose has been fulfilled on today. If the only thing you got out of me today was a picture about the hailstorm in Northern California, then my purpose was fulfilled for today. If the only thing you get from me is more irritated because you are wishing that I fall flat on my face and cry and snot and expose all of the hurtful and hateful things that I did and all of the ways that I made you disappointed, sorry, it's not going to happen. My strength comes from knowing that I am on the right track, regardless of the many mistakes that I've made, regardless of the many missteps that I have perceived, regardless of the doubts, regardless of the fears, regardless of the tears, regardless of starting all over, regardless of the debt, regardless of the bills, regardless of the haters, I am still here and being confirmed and affirmed by my God, my creator, over and over and over again. And to those of you who just can't stand it, I welcome you to continue to follow me. I welcome you to continue to watch me. I welcome you to continue to connect and perceive and evaluate and criticize and critique and get agitated and angry about what you see in, on, and through my journey. Because I know for a fact that I am not alone. How am I not alone? Because in less than an hour that I posted my own personal truth, a few of you guys shared it. A few of you guys liked it. I love the public pages because it shows how many people see the post versus how many people like and comment the post. So the truth is, many of you guys have watched, many of you guys will watch this later and you would still critique whatever you see in the background. Critique the fact that I'm like plain face, even though I got my lashes on. Critique the fact that my afro puff kind of dry and all that stuff that has shit to do with the truth about where I'm going and who I am. So I don't care about where I live, where I receive my mail, and you shouldn't either. And to the leaders out there that are watching, stop it. Stop feeling obligated to let people know what you were doing personally and how you were feeling personally. Because it's not about no person but yourself. And if you are purposed to lead, if you are purposed to be exposed, if you are purposed to shine your light on many, then allow them to receive it the way that it is purposed to be. Exposing your ugliness, exposing your truth, exposing whatever with wisdom, in time, with time. Be thoughtful, be mindful, understand that it can be used against you. It will be used against you more so than with you. And understand that it still does not determine your destiny. Understand it still does not determine your journey. Everything, every single thing, every single thing. Listen, everything. God already knows. He already knows. And if he knows everything about you before you even do it, and he continues to wake you up, he continues to provide for you, he continues to bless you, girl, boy, ma'am, sir, quit tripping. I've tripped plenty of times. I've even fallen. But we get back up again. What's the song? We fall down, but we get up. Stacia says, and the doors of the church are now open. No. We ain't opening the doors of the church till we take up an offering. So in real life, Miss J Online on Cash App. Miss J Online on Instagram. You can inbox me. Facebook has where you can send money. You can also go to Pumps for Women, PUMPSFORWOMEN.org, not .com, .org. There's a donate button on every page. And you can definitely go ahead and walk up your offering if you ever see me in person. Go ahead and click that donate button. Blessing me will definitely bless you. And then we can open the doors of the church. How about that? I'm laughing, but I'm for real. Yeah, go ahead and do that on Cash App, Ms. J Online, MIZJ Online, the only one. Even saying that, like, let me get into that, because I had a couple of people get upset with me that I'm actually charging for my services. Those of you who know me know that I have done a ton. Y'all see? Did you see the tonsil in the back? Did you see the little dangly thing vibrate? A ton of free stuff for my community. I have invested and continue to invest in my community, the same community who has hung me out to dry. The same community who talks about me relentlessly. The same community that will take a selfie with me, that will show up to my event and then talk about me like a dirty dog. I still invest. I still give. This week, coming up Friday and Saturday, I am giving 2 free events. Those of you who are in Sacramento and North Natomas, we're doing the Motivated Mommy series. I will be facilitating. It is presented by Pumps for Women's Inc. So those of you who want to encounter a few of the Pump Sisters will be there Friday evening, 3 to 5 in Natomas, North Natomas, Sacramento. Those of you who can't make it on Friday evening to Sacramento, Stockton, California, the very next day on the 25th at 11 to 1, I'll be in Stockton, California off of Ben Holt at the Margaret Troke Branch Library, the Ben Holt Library, right across from Humphrey's Law. Yeah. I'll be there from 11 to 1. Those events are free. But for the business startup coaching, for the Ashe Leadership Academy, it does cost. And what we have to do is get out of that spirit of understanding that we can't, let me take that word back. We have to reject that spirit of brokenness. We have to reject that spirit of poverty. We have to reject that spirit that Black-owned businesses, Black women, women that you think you know don't deserve the same amount, don't deserve the same respect, don't deserve the same support. And unfortunately, it is those of us who share the same melanated skin that have a problem with paying for something that they know is valuable. Those of you who don't think that what I know and what I do is valuable, it ain't even for you. But those of you who know that what I offer holds value, those of you who have seen what I have invested, those of you who have benefited from my gifts and my talent, that's where the disappointment comes in, that those of you who know exactly what will come from it will resist investing in it. Please understand that your resistance will not stop the revolution. The revolution will be televised. I just want to make sure to say that. And I jumped on here without warning, in light and in reflection of how the storm came. But I just wanted to chat about all that truth and everything that I wanted to share with you guys. And there are a lot of times when I'm getting phone calls and text messages in the inbox and you guys are thinking, it's just me. It's not just you. It's a ton of people asking for stuff. So that's why I put these things together, so that we all can come together. It's not just you asking me for support in your relationship. Ma'am, it's not just you that's being cheated on. If we really want to go there, let's just talk about where I am right now. We won't say no names to hide the guilty or protect the guilty and the innocent. How about that? Ma'am, he's not only cheating on you, he's cheating on you with someone you know. He's cheating on you with someone close to you. He might not be cheating on you with her now, but they've been together before. Ma'am, if you're feeling as if this is happening, trust your instinct and your gut and know that he is being a liar and a manipulator. Now, please, those of you who are married, you have legal contract. I want you to work that thing out. I want you to work that thing out. But believe me, him cheating, you cheating, because sir, don't think you the only one cheating. Sir, don't believe that you're the only one who can get something on the side. The root of your actions is pain. Pain and trauma. Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. And when you have a ton of people in habit of hurting each other, there needs to be a break in that. So I started a seminar about relationships. I wrote a book called The One in the Pocket. Break free from the love habits that you are stuck in and unlock the relationships you deserve. You guys, yes, you who come to me with your secrets are the ones who influence me to share my gifts, the ones who encourage me to do what I do. Ma'am, sir, you are struggling at your job because your season of being an employee is over. Ma'am, sir, your boss is not going to treat you any better. Ma'am, sir, your coworkers are not your friends. They're not going to like you. You're going to get irritated. You are not going to make enough money. You know why? Because you were built to create your own wealth. It is time for you to stop being afraid and depending on someone else to take care of your family, to launch your business. Ma'am, sir, no, I cannot loan you any money. I am financially building myself. Ma'am, sir, no, I cannot give you the resources, but what we can do is connect together in purpose, and I can help you start your own business. I've done it plenty of times for many businesses that I don't even put out there. There are plenty of people that you connected to that are commenting on a lot of my things that I've helped them start their businesses. I've done this before, been successful in it. I can help you do that for a small fee. I'll work with you. I'll give you one free initial consultation. Let's do it. Ma'am, sir, your children are a reflection of you. My son is a reflection of me. Their behavior at school, their behavior in the community, their behavior in the home is a reflection of you. It's a reflection of where you're strong, your strengths. It's a reflection of where you're challenged. So if you need help, because we know it takes a village, I'm here. Stacia says, but what we can do is exchange invoices and currency in exchange for my energies. I love it. I love that girl. Yes, made by Mrs. Mobbs. Y'all need to go follow her Instagram too. If you want, you think I'm the only one. Birds of a feather flock together. And I'm drawing closer to those who are a reflection of the light that I share and who are focused on going to greater places. And Stacia Mobbs is one of them. But yeah, for our Black children, I'm not even going to talk about homeschooling. I homeschool my son. If you want to talk about homeschooling, we'll do another video about that. Actually, why don't you just comment some things you want to talk about with me? And then when I go live, I'll bring them up. That'll be good. But let's talk about Ashe Leadership Academy. So Ashe or Ase, Yoruba, Africa, it's the power to create, the power to not only create, but create change. The power to be revolutionary, the power to make sure that we are taken care of. And our Black children, our Black and brown children need us to help shape them. Life skills, conflict management, basic things like cleaning, not only their rooms, but behind their ears. Cleaning. I mean, there's an actual debate. Oprah, sidebar. Oprah actually posted this frivolous debate that actually angered me because we could be talking about so much more. Oprah is talking about a debate, people saying they don't wash their legs in the shower. Kev on Stage, you don't know the comedian, posted it. It went viral. And I don't know if it just came from him, but whoever the original post was, it was a woman who said when she takes a shower, she does not wash her legs. So now everybody's saying, when you take a shower, do you wash your legs or not? To where Oprah is posting this on Instagram. Are you serious? Have we gotten to this place where we need to discuss and actually debate what we need to bathe when we are in the shower? You bathe your whole damn body. Disgusting. And the truth of the matter is, I'm sorry, I'm yelling. Truth of the matter is, there are so many adults that are engaging because they're confused whether you should wash your legs in the shower or not. What's most important parts of your body to bathe? From head to toe, honey. Under your feet to the top of your head, in your hair, your scalp, behind your ears. We should not be debating what do we bathe in the shower as adults. But that helped me finally push out Ashe Leadership Academy, making a change. The reason why I'm reaching the ages of 10 to 12 is because I want to get the kids that are going into middle school and those that are going into high school. Elementary school, there's still a lot of developmental things that have to happen. And yes, still in middle school, but middle school, 7th grade, do your research. 7th grade, those of us, we're talking about Black and brown children, Black children. I don't have any brown babies. My baby is African-American, Black American. Our Black children, if you guys don't know about the prison pipeline, the government, the United States government are predicting Black children's behavior in school starting in 3rd grade and preparing prison cells for them now. When your Black baby, your brown baby got to 3rd grade and they start doing these standardized testing and all these experiments that they do in public schools, that information they took to take to those private prisons to develop spaces for them. policies and laws to make sure that what's happening in the schools, what they're exposed to, is getting them prepared for what the government expects from them. If we do not help them understand finance, if we do not help them understand leadership effectively, not just learning how to be loud and arguing and yelling and protesting, all of that comes together for the great of the good. But if we do not take a hand in their development and their psyche up here, all we can do is just continue to feed them to the wolves. Their cows being led to the slaughter. Yes, there's this new wave about STEM or whatever that is, about technology and all this stuff that a lot of nonprofits are getting grants for to teach our children about computers and all that. And yes, that's great. Of course, we're in a technological age, so you need to learn about science and technology and the arts and all of that. But when are the schools, when are the families going to start talking to our children about shutting your mouth sometimes? A lesson I had to learn. Even when you're right, even when you are being wronged and you are right, when do you just shut up and walk away? How do you effectively debate with knowledge and wisdom and facts? How do you save your money? How do you create wealth and not wait for a job? What are the benefits that you can get from working a job until you can support yourself as a business owner? These are the things we need to be teaching our babies. Everybody can't do real estate. Everybody cannot be a real estate agent, but everybody can own land. Our children can invest in stock right now. Our children can have funding for an education, and it doesn't have to be student loans. You do not have to go into debt to be successful. And they are not teaching that to our children, especially our Black children. And that's why I am passionate about Ashe Leadership Academy. So no, I'm not going to beg anybody to have their children join me for 6 weeks this summer in Stockton, California, but I am inviting all Black parents to come and get the information at my info session Saturday, June 1st. The event is on my page. The information is there. I invite you to come. The info session is free. At the info session, you can pay your $50 deposit to get your child involved. We will talk about tuition, what it's paying for, how much it is, what if there's a payment plan, if there's scholarships available. Do not inbox me all those questions. Show up Saturday, June 1st, 10 o'clock, Stockton, California. You want to know exactly where. It's by invite only. So once you show interest, I'll give you all of that information. But if you do not stand with me in order to help our babies, it doesn't mean it's not going to get done. I will do it and stand alone. Pretty soon, not pretty soon. Pretty soon, though, let's say this part since I already put pretty soon. Pretty soon, what I am saying to you now will be considered what I said in the past. And pretty soon, you will understand how detrimental it is for our Black children to be thrown away in public schools right now without your influence, without your voice, and doing what's traditional. Like, it's just tradition. That's all. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm the reason why I am stopping myself from certain sentences is because I don't want to go long on this live. And I know if I start opening certain doors, say certain things, I'm going to have to explain and elaborate. And then y'all going to get a whole seminar and workshop for the free. That's not what we doing. Shani Richards, hey. Or Shani, sorry. Homeschool, please. We can definitely talk about homeschooling. I have always considered it. I was afraid to homeschool my son. Fear stopped me from homeschooling my son sooner. We are now in our second school year homeschooling. And he is going to the 6th grade. My baby starts middle school. Oh my God. He's 10, going to the 6th grade. We started homeschooling in Georgia. Different states do have different rules or regulations, but federally it's all the same. As a parent, you do have the right to dictate your child's education. Because it's common and it's popular for us to throw our children into public schools, we believe that's what's best. And it's not. Do your own research. Statistics by the American government. This is not just from Black people. This is not just from homeschoolers. This is the United States government, the United States Educational Department, not just different states, like the whole federal, Department of Education, has proven that children who are homeschooled are actually more successful. They have higher rates of getting accepted into colleges. They are more successful not only just in business and in life, but socially as well. The number one rebuttal or stereotype for homeschool children is that they're not properly socialized. Let me say this. Suicide rates in America are the highest now in 2018, because our census actually are a year late behind, in 2018 than they have ever been in history. The highest rate of suicides in America are African Americans now, and African American children, 5th graders, 6th graders. 5th and 6th graders now are rising as the lead of suicides in America, not just from bullying, but from not being heard. Oh, that's just what kids do. Oh, they're just kids. No, these are human beings that have not been properly trained, that have been watching violence, that have been listening to lies and actually believe them, and they do not value life. Babies are dying at school. It was just a story that was shared before. Young girl gets in a fight in the classroom. Classroom is overcrowded. Teacher wasn't paying attention. Little girl slammed the other little girl's head into a bookshelf. The girl goes into a coma and never comes out. And the teacher, the principal, the school informed the mom that the daughter had been in an accident. She says her head is hurting, but they just got into a little tiff while everything was being chaotic in the classroom. That story is so common. After the 5th time, the 10th time, the 20th time, I'm not good at gambling. I just cannot just throw my child out there and say, let's just hope. I know there are great teachers out there. There are great schools. My son has never been a part of Stockton Unified School District. When he was in public school, it was Lodi Unified School District. He went to Manlio Silva, great school, great teachers, great principal, had great opportunities, and it still was not enough. And I finally said, enough is enough. I finally took control of my son's education, and I said, I want greater. My son is 10 years old and already taking intro to neurology, already talking about Newton's law of physics and motion and first, second, and third law, learning biology. My son is bilingual. We are a bilingual family. I am certified in sign language, and I know I am blessed to be a blessing, and my first ministry is at home. My son is speaking sign language and going to learn Spanish to be trilingual and multilingual. At 10 years old, my son has started his own company. At 10 years old, my son owns stock in McDonald's and in Nike. Yes, he does. At 10 years old, my son is about to launch his own radio show. Now, he may not have 2,000, 2 million, 5 million followers, but he does own it. My son wants to write a book with mommy. You cannot tell me he's going to get that. If I put my son, I told my mom, love her to life. Shout out to Gwendolyn Daly. She works at missions at UOP, University of Pacific in Stockton, California. And she is, a supporter of education, advocate for education is an understatement. she does have a challenge with him not being in public school. But when she sees what he is learning and where he is going, she is proud. And that's the pride that we need for all of our children. I'm teaching my son. My son is taking martial arts and guitar classes, and I don't pay an extra dime. If he was in public school, you know what they're learning in 5th grade in public school right now? They're still coloring fucking turkeys for Thanksgiving. They're still arguing in public school what's the first day of the week. Is it Monday or Sunday? Can y'all look at a calendar, please? Can y'all please pull out a calendar? A real calendar. The first day of the week is Sunday, y'all. Can y'all please talk to me and tell me why this is such I didn't know this. You know why? Because we're so used to going with what's popular. We're so used to what's going with normal. We're so used to going with what's normal, what's popular, what's common, that we stopped even thinking for ourselves. We stopped. I know I was there, and there's a lot of areas that I am still growing in, but I am adamant. I am passionate about what I've learned, where I'm going, and I know, and I said it before, my life is an open book to help people that are trapped in theirs. That's all. So if you want to learn for your child, if you want to help, just inbox me, contact me. June 1st. 10 in the morning in Stockton, California. We'll have a parent info meeting. We'll talk about that. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go back. Sorry, Stacia says, do you need any assistance? I offer etiquette and professional development instruction. Okay, so Stacia, don't start with me live. Stacia Mobbs, creator of Made by Miss Mobbs and other things. She's also my co-host of First Fridays on Blog Talk Radio. Love it. Her offering etiquette and professional development instruction is like a teens, like a did y'all hear that? It's that much of what she has to really offer. So for her to even offer that, y'all, come on now. And she did that. Y'all saw that. She did that live. I didn't ask her. I am close. She is the godmother of my son. So trust and believe. I know she is valuable, and I would promote her to the ends of times. But people know the truth. And when you know the truth, you are accountable for the truth. And when you are accountable for the truth and you still deny the truth, that's when hell comes. Y'all see how I did that? See how I brought that back around to the storm, the hailstorm today? Y'all like that? That was good. I know. That's all spirit. Stacia said, that's my grandma. April said, I love he's learning sign language. Love it. Thanks. Hey, Tiffany. That's awesome. Yes. Actually, when he was a toddler, a baby, I taught him baby sign. And it's funny. I'll go ahead and talk about, family. But it was a point where his dad, because my son had a speech challenge. He actually is taking speech classes now. He had a speech challenge. I'll explain why. So his dad thought it was because I was teaching him sign language and not speaking to him. And I use that as an example of just ignorance, and not in a negative way, just not knowing. But babies who learn sign language actually have a higher IQ. All bilingual babies, babies who grow up in bilingual homes have a higher IQ than children who are not. And because I taught him sign language as a baby, by the time he became like toddler, like 1, 2, he would sign more than speaking. So I kind of stopped signing to him to help him practice verbally speaking using his voice. And then it just became a habit. He got in public school and time passes, and now he's 10 and he can understand a lot when I'm signing to him, but using sign language is a challenge for him. So now I've incorporated in his curriculum basic sign language. I do offer basic sign language classes as well. So anybody else want to learn? Yes, it does cost. I cannot certify you, but I can teach you enough to start your journey to be certified. I am a certified sign language interpreter, amongst other things. But yeah, I love that he is actually using it and conversing with me in sign language. And I think that's quite amazing. I love it. I'm proud. I don't know what else is there to chat about. Nosy people, we already talked about them. So I think my caption, I've covered it. I've gotten loud. I come from a big family, so when I'm passionate, excited about anything, I get loud. Have a big mouth for a reason. But yeah, I'm just excited to see you guys, and I'm thankful for all your support. I just wanted to jump on because I wanted to get all of that out. We can talk more. I'm not going to make any promises. My goal is to be live more, as I am purposed to be, as time and light permits. I want to make sure to encourage you guys to continue to grow in truth and be authentically you. You don't have to expose everything, but be true about everything. Everything about who you are, where you come from, what you like, what you don't like. Protect your peace. Protect your peace. Protect your joy. Protect your purpose. Protect yourself. Just like you protect your babies, just like you protect your car, you put alarms on it and all that great stuff. Protect yourself. Make sure you protect your mind. It is very, very, yes, they should by any means necessary. I do want to share this. I'm being led by spirit. I will give some insight. I have past tense battled with depression, even suicidal thoughts. I won't even go deep into the details about that season, but I will. Hey, Nene. Miss you too. Nene, I got to chat with you earlier today. So I love it. I love you. Come get a double dose, girl. Come get it. Come get it, girl. But I was diagnosed with moderate to severe depression, anxiety disorders, and a lot of different things that I did not share in the past. And this was years ago. But it is very real. Mental health. Mental health is something that, especially in the Black and brown communities, that is so taboo. It's not talked about. It's like hush hush. It's like, let's not go there. But we are struggling and we are dealing with it. And only those of us who have really been through it can identify it. And so when you're looking for someone to connect with in spirit and in purpose, not to say that people that have not gone through anything can't speak to you, but I would dare to encourage you to talk to someone who's been through what you've been through and who are completely healed, who are on the latter end of it. There are some things that it's a process, it's a journey. They might not be where they used to be, but they're where you're striving to be. Talk to those type of people, talk to somebody, connect with somebody. I don't care if it's family, if it's not family, but use wisdom when doing that. And protect your mind, protect your spirit, protect your vision, because sometimes it does get to that point, bringing it all back around to the beginning. It gets to a point to where you need that confirmation and you're searching for it and you won't get it and you start feeling like you're crazy. And here's a warning. I live near a train track and I hear a train coming by. If they blow the horn, it's going to be hecka loud. But because I'm right by the window, y'all. But anyway, you have to protect yourself and protect your vision and use wisdom, because as you're searching for that confirmation, as you're getting these ideas, as you're getting these visions, if you don't see a reflection of it, sometimes you do start feeling crazy. You start feeling anxious when your heart is pounding and you're getting sweaty and you know you're right there. You know that you're worth it. You know that you've learned a lesson, you've invested and you're ready for the breakthrough. You're ready, but it's just not coming. It can break you. It can break you mentally. I don't care how many scriptures you can quote. I don't care how many candles you light. I don't care what your favorite scent of incense is. If you are not taking care of your mind, your spirit, even your emotions and your body, baby, ain't no life coach, ain't no minister, ain't no church, ain't no song gonna get you through it. I had to go straight ATL accent on that shoulder. Let me tell you right now, baby, Ain't nothing in this world and of this world that's going to help you but God. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am one that I despise for folks that sometimes make it a habit of saying what thus saith the Lord. But those of us who do have relationship, God has placed you in a season for a reason. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. So, hey, Chef Cooks, Chef Tobias Cooks, protect my peace, my joy, myself, my mind, and my heart. Yes. Affirmations. Declare that. Affirm that. Protect my vision and my spirit. Yes. Stacia, you're absolutely right. Children need to learn that too. And I did post, going back to Ashe Leadership Academy, included in the curriculum is meditation. It is not religious. Y'all need to understand how to take out spiritual relationship from religion. Religion is nothing but a spiritual practice, a ritual. That's it. So your religion is how you practice your spiritual beliefs. That's it. Meditation is literally spirit. That's it. It is healing. It is power. And we will have meditation. So I don't require the children to be Christian. I don't require them to quote scripture. I don't require you to agree with my upbringing, but I do require quiet time, thinking before you speak, being okay with being by yourself. Stacia, yes, East ATL Zone 6. Hey, I'm representing now West End, shower from Spelman, shout. Shawnee, self-care can't be, woo, that's good. Self-care can't be delegated. Yes. Take it away from me, please. I don't care how many licenses and awards that I have on my wall. Self-care requires self. My cousin, Stacia's husband, Otha Mob, shout out to Mob's Motivation. He was on the show last Monday. Y'all know I have Miss J in the morning, every Monday morning. Brandon Leaks. Y'all know him in Northern California. Not a poet is an understatement. Spoken word guru will be on with me on tomorrow. But Otha Mobs was on me before, and he said, inspiration is an inside job. Those of you who are inspired is something that happens within yourself to be inspired. Self-care requires you to take care of yourself. And thank you so much for sharing that. Meditation is powerful. Children starting that practice will have an awesome tool. Yes! I teach my son now, like even now, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but we have quiet time. We used to call it cuddle time, but now that he's 10 and becoming a big boy, he doesn't want to call it cuddle time. But Nene says my little one is learning. Thank you. I love that y'all sharing that with each other, because it's from our household. It's a requirement now. But quiet time, meditation time, cuddle time, whatever you want to call it. I used to tell my son, even when he was 1 or 2, bring your energy right back down to 0. Sometimes you get off. You can be in the negatives. You can be in a positive. Bring it right back down to neutral, and we're going to start again. Ever since he was a child, if he woke up aggravated, I don't want to I literally made him go lay back in the bed and start again. Now, that requires proper time management. Because if you're the type of parent that's always late waking up and you, hurry up, we gotta go, and you starting the day like that, why do you expect your child to have a great day at school? You ain't gonna have a great day at work if every time you wake up you're late. You don't want to go to work. Oh my God, I can't believe I gotta go. You starting out on the negative foot, honey. I want you to go lay back down before you even wake that baby up. Before you wake that baby up out they piece, you go lay yourself back down, go get under the covers, lay your head back on that pillow, close your eyes, and start all over again. I don't care what side of the bed it is. You need to start all over again. Reset your morning. But if you're always late and you're getting up always in a rush, that's reflective of your lack of proper and effective time management. And you have to be an example for your children. So I started those type of practices with my son. And then it grew. And now we went from quiet time to just strictly meditation. We went from zeroing out your energy to straight meditation. So no electronics on. Sometimes I play music, sometimes I don't. I light candles, I light incense in the house, and we just sit quietly. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be spooky. You don't have to have a chant like, oh, what's love got to do with it? And I'm your whole rank cake. You don't have to do all that. Just be still and receive. My son was excited to hear my pastor, Pastor Jamal Bryant, pastor of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. I've been a member for 18 years, and I'm excited to say that this year in November, I'll be a member for 19 years in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, it was at Lithonia, Georgia. Now it's Stonecrest, Georgia. Those of you in Atlanta, y'all already know. But anyway, he's starting a series on meditation. So I know I'll do a couple of watch parties now that Facebook has that to help understand the Christian or biblical understanding of meditation. Those of you who need that type of support, you can do your own research about meditation. But like he says, you don't have to be real spooky about it. And my son loves that. And I said that to say that Pastor Jamal Bryant had shared about how we are taught to pray. We're taught to ask God, ask our Creator, ask the universe for a lot of things. We are experts at asking, but we have not been really taught how to receive it, how to sit and listen. If we are going to be in relationship with our Creator, if we are going to be in relationship with each other, it has to be a two-way communication. That's why I love when you guys are commenting. I try to make sure not to miss the comments as I'm talking. But if it's just a one-way street, if I'm just constantly pouring out, if you're just always the one that's giving and not getting it in return, that's not a relationship. That's a dependency. That's a crutch. That's an ineffective connection. And when you're connecting in spirit and in truth and in purpose, it has to be a two-way street. And so when you are meditating, the number one goal is to listen and to receive direction, to calm yourself, to calm your mind, to shut yourself down so you can recharge, reload, and then take on the day. So I prefer my meditation. Thank you, Stacia, for that amen and ashe. I prefer my meditation to be in the morning. If you guys want to follow Stacia on Instagram, she is a great motivator as far as getting up and getting physical. So I started walking in the morning. I haven't done it as much because now I'm working with this business that I'm doing a lot of physical work. So I'm getting my physicals in, but walking, and I got to doing just 1 mile, then it went to 1.5 miles, and now I just average 2 miles whenever I walk. But that's great meditation, just music and walking and affirming and speaking to yourself. If you just want to, Nene, you taught me that self-check. I love that. We connected in that truth. But if you want to do it at night, if you want to do it in the middle of the day, just make sure to take the time to sit quietly and receive. Don't think about what you have to do. A lot of us leaders always have these to-do lists, and y'all, I got the same thing. Trust and believe. I got a big old board that I'm looking at right now with a whole bunch of stuff written on it of stuff that needs to be accomplished. But I do make sure to take the time to sit and enjoy me. No TV on. Sometimes music on. My phone, put it away. I don't care if it rings. If you got to turn it off, you got to turn it on silent, on vibrate, and just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. Not while you're driving in the car, playing a church song. Just sit quietly. Not even while you on the toilet. Some of y'all think while y'all in the bathroom on the toilet, that's good meditation time. No, that's good concentration time sometimes. That's a great release time. But you have to get yourself in a habit of being with you. Being by yourself. Those of you who have an issue with being alone, that speaks very, very deeply about some issues that you have to be healed from. And so again, my life is an open book so that I can help those who are trapped in theirs. There are different chapters. There's levels to this. I'm excited about where I'm going, where I'm growing. I'm excited about those who I am connected to. I'm excited about the storms in life. I am excited about the uncommon favor that is over my life. I am excited about the greater connections. I am excited about even the pruning. I am excited about the prosperity. I am a reflection of truth. I am a reflection of love. I am love. I am true. Therefore, I reflect it and I receive it. I am excited about being prosperous. I am excited about being wealthy. I am excited that I have tons of resources. I am excited that I am a great friend so that I have great friends. I am excited that everyone connected to me is growing and prospering. I am excited that I am not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I am excited that I am accountable for my own actions and my own words. I am excited that I am making God proud every day. I am excited that my son is learning from me. I am excited that every time I have an opportunity to share, that I am not missing it and that people are growing from it, helping them heal, and we're learning together and connecting in spirit. In addition, to my morning time, I've been driving in the car without the radio on to listen to. Ooh, yes, I love that. If you're in NorCal, 88.9 FM. It's a classical music station. It also plays jazz. It's Excellence in Jazz at 7 p.m. But 88.9, oh my God, oh my Lord. They come out of Davis, California, Sacramento. So if you're like in South Stockton, going like southern to Lathrop, Bay Area, I don't know if you'll connect it, but you'll definitely connect online. Oh my God, listen to them when you're in the car. We play classical music in the car now. We do not listen to regular radio. If not, I have my Bluetooth on and I'm choosing the playlist. But listening to classical music, music without words and only instrumentation, it will save your life. Being silent, yes. But sometimes you still get distracted because there's sirens and horns and just the traffic for me. But to listen to classical music, oh my Jesus. Jesus, Yeshua. Elohim. Stacia says, and there are multiple books in several languages sold internationally for a small cost on Amazon, just in case y'all are new to Miss J. Yes, Stacia girl. I have 4 books now, and they are written in, I think 7 different languages, not even including English, the last time I checked. So I am excited about that, honey, on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and Goodreads.com and other literary retailers. I have 4 titles. If you want to Google me, go ahead and do it. Oh, here's a new thing. So I Google myself maybe once, twice a year just to see what's out there. And I Googled myself and there was an article that I have been arrested for welfare fraud. And I'm like, have I? But you scroll down to the bottom and it says, oh, you've been scammed. And then it says to have more articles like these. It's basically like this company that puts out bad news for people because they know people are not going to read the whole thing and go all the way to the bottom. I actually had somebody to read that article and they thought it was true. So no, I never been arrested, never been in prison, especially for welfare fraud. I worked for the welfare office for almost 10 years in multiple positions. So yeah, that's not true. I know that's a funny rumor because a couple of people have read that and actually believed it. I have never done any jail or prison. I do not, you know, I have a perfect driving record. I'm gonna keep knocking on this wood. Not to say I haven't done anything that will land me in certain places, but I have a perfect driving record. I just did a background check the end of last year. I do that. I'm also certified CPR and first aid, and I have a clean background check because of the work that I do, working with children, working in the community. I want to make sure that everything is fine. So anybody asks for it, it's ready. But I have a perfect driving record. And it was so funny because the guy at the DMV, when he printed out, he was like, how far do you need to go back? And I said, at least 10 years. And there was only 1 page. He's like, oh, you have no warrants, no tickets. No, I have a perfect driving record. Not that I'm perfect. But yes, get those books. Thank you, Stacia, for that. Tiana, what's up? I'm excited. I'm excited for you. Pumps for women. Thank you. I listen to Beef. I'm a work in progress. Yes, yes, we all are. We are all in process. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And in this experience, the only way that we can truly and authentically connect is in spirit. Because we're having this human experience, there are things, there are factors. Sorry, y'all. I've been talking so much, my mouth is getting dry. Don't y'all hate that? And I know y'all sitting there looking at it, and I know you want to say something. So when I look at myself, y'all know I'm being real. I don't like that. I don't want to go back and look at the video later or somebody share it and then they say, "Oh, get that white from around her mouth." Drink some water or something. I don't have any water right now, but I'm gonna get off soon. I just had to make sure to check myself. But yeah, so as we are connecting in spirit, we have to understand that this human experience based on, okay, let me just say this. So being created in spirit and entering into time, our job here on earth, our journey is to remember the original assignment that we were given when we said yes to our creator. So you said yes to this life. You were up there. That's why there's scripture. And this is me coming from a Christian background. So there's scripture that says, before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. I sanctified, I ordained you. So we were spirit with our creator. Our creator says, blah, 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 blah. We say yes. And then we are released into time. And so our journey is to remember what we said yes to, remember what we are created to, our gifts, our talents, and all that stuff is to be used. And all he is asking is to get the glory. All he is asking is to get the honor. And we know that we are no match to our creator. If you don't believe in anything, it's fine. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just sharing my truth. And so when we encounter each other as humans, our spirit is speaking a whole different language. So please be aware, please beware of who you are connecting to, because this human experience that we have is very, very strong, and it takes us through a lot of different changes. And sometimes we are uneasy in our spirit because that is a connection that we do not need. Sometimes we don't understand why we are drawn to this person. Perhaps you need to consider what in spirit we're connecting with. And because we're having this human experience, we express it differently. We can have the same experience. We come from the same mama, same daddy, have the same experience and react differently because our spirits are created differently. Don't get stuck in this world to say all people are created equal. We know that's not true. We are not created equal. Do not add that lie to my God. Maybe that's between you and your God, but we are not created equal. There are plenty of scriptures to show that. And I'm sorry to shake anybody's religious I don't even want to call it a belief because they don't even believe it themselves. But we are not created equal. That's why scripture says many are called, but few are chosen. And we love to quote scripture, but not live or believe scripture. So we are not all created equal. No, we are not. There are some of us who have been called to do greater things than others, but we are all significant. We are all his children. We all do have destiny. We all do have an opportunity to inherit the kingdom. We all do have an opportunity to receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. Yeah, but we are not all created equal. Wanted to add that. Big Frida, I know what you meant. I thought it was a lip gloss. Well, I do. My lip gloss was popping, but because I've been talking and my mouth been getting dry, yeah, lip gloss do that. It was. Thank you. Stay hydrated. No, I didn't see it. I've been actually been doing good with staying hydrated. Like I said, I was just being spontaneous, hopping on here, going live, and didn't even expect to be on this long. I think I'm failing at that. Failing at what, April? Agree. Blessings. Speak on it. Thank you. Failure is the fertilizer you need to grow. So if you're failing at something, how about considering changing that term and say, I'm growing in that area. Failure is a fertilizer you need to grow. So in the areas that we are perceived to be failing in are areas that we are growing, and growth is a challenge. Growth requires a change in perspective. Growth requires maturing. Growth requires cutting. And a lot of times emotionally, it takes us into places that we don't want to go. But I am learning and growing in changing my speech and my inner thoughts and what I speak about myself, especially. Stacia actually helped to remind me about saying, I'm sorry. No, you are not sorry. You have to apologize for a lot of things, but you are not a sorry being. So there are a lot of times I've made it a habit of being like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I will apologize. I can say my bad, but I am growing and learning in that area. What I was sent here to do, I'm learning from my huge mistakes. Yes, we do as humans make missteps. And remember, this is all perspective. Because like I said before, the truth is God already knows. Your steps are ordered. And I don't want to get into the spiritual, religious conversation, but I'm speaking to April because I know April on a personal level. So if this applies to you and you can take anything from it, then fine. But April and I do have a personal connection. So I know that she can receive what I'm saying without me having to give disclaimers. But even in the mistakes or missteps, your steps are still ordered. So God is taking you through some challenging times, or have taken you through some things to learn from it, to grow from it, and not only for yourself, but for others. So a lot of things that you have gone through, a lot of things that you are going through right now, instead of looking at it as mistakes you've made, look at it as lessons and tools that you have gained for someone else. That's it. Because sometimes there are no answers. We waste a lot of time trying to figure out why. And we won't know why until we have to use those tools. There was this cartoon way back in the day. I don't even remember it, but Spirit is revealing it to me, and I'm seeing it in my head that there's these little creatures that are created, and each of them have a different tool. Like, what was it? The Care Bears. Thank you. Y'all remember the Care Bears? And each of the little creatures had, like, one had a heart, one had the rainbow, one had all these different things, and one had the little cloud that cried or rain or something, and people were, why aren't you the happy one? And they all had different things, but it wasn't until it was time for them to come together to defeat evil. It wasn't until it was time for them to use their gifts that they understood why they had the gift that they had, or the tool that they had. So I had to remind myself, and continue to, a lot of times, that the reasons why I've gone through certain things, the reason why I have gone through a lot of things, is not for me to just really understand it for myself. But when that time comes that I have to use it, I thank God that I had it. Does that make sense? So April, a lot of times, and those of you who are listening as well, we say, oh, I made so many mistakes. No, you went through a lot of things, and there may have been a ton of hell to rain down on you, but it was for a purpose. And the purpose may not have been just for your life or for your family. The purpose could very well be for somebody else, for your child. Getting back to my son in sign language. Thank you for that. See, I love how Spirit brings me back to a point that I may have missed. I started learning sign language back when I was in elementary school. Way back in the day when I was growing up. I'm an 80s baby, early 80s baby. On Sesame Street, there was a character named Linda who was deaf. And I don't know if you guys remember that, but you're welcome, April. I love you. And do the Care Bear stare. Yes. Thank you. But Sesame Street had Miss Linda, who was deaf and used to teach the alphabet in sign language. And I picked it up really quick. So that's when I first started learning. Yes, that Care Bear stare was serious business. That's some serious shit. Care Bears. That's hella funny. Yeah. So Sorry, y'all just got me reminiscing it in my mind. I'm just watching Care Bear, so now I gotta go onto Stars or Netflix. I know Stars have old school cartoons, so I'm gonna go back and watch some Care Bear stuff. Y'all are funny. Might get a spiritual message from that. But anyway, so I learned sign language as a young kid from Sesame Street, and I've always been drawn to it, the deaf community. No, I don't have any deaf members in my family that I'm close to. I have some who have lost hearing or hard of hearing. When I got to college, I took it a little bit more seriously. Then I first got certified at my church. There are different types of sign language. There is actually religious sign. And so I first got certified at my church in Atlanta, Georgia with religious sign language. Then I moved on to get certified in communication and just general sign language. Then I came to California and just the years passed. But never did I ever think that me learning sign language would actually help my child. So I talked about my son having speech therapy and why. When he was a child, he had a speech challenge. Well, because he has hearing loss in his right ear. It's not enough for him to be disabled, but he is only using 60% of his hearing in his right ear, and gradually he is losing it. As now, I got to get him tested again. And I do believe in miracles and things like that. But if it ever comes to where my child will be partially deaf or hard of hearing, I already have those skills. Now, when I was learning sign language and engaging in sign language, it never came to me that I would have a child that has a hearing challenge. But when he started having issues in school and I was saying there's something wrong with him talking, the first thing that I said was check his hearing. And I was more comfortable with it because I had worked with deaf people. I have seen it. I've worked with hard of hearing people. So I knew the signs. And it wasn't until we got to Georgia, he got to Georgia and got settled and we outsourced in Gwinnett County that it was confirmed that he had hearing loss in his right ear and he wasn't hearing the words right. So he wasn't saying the words right. He wasn't being defiant and ignoring what I said, but he wasn't hearing me. So the third time that I've called him and I'm screaming was actually the first time that he heard me. So it actually created a different perspective or influenced a different perspective and helped bring some peace to the home and understanding. But I had these skills as a child before I even conceived him. So I said that to reiterate that a lot of things that we are going through right now are for things that we might encounter later or somebody else. Nicole says, yes, for me not asking for permission, my purpose is to do what I need to do. That's all to it. And that scale is very messy. Yeah. Doing what you need to do is what you're purposed to do. Thank you for saying that. That's truth. Yes. So anybody else want to chime in? I think I've talked y'all's ear off. Yes, it has been a while since I've been on live, and it was just a spontaneous thing that I love to do. I love spontaneity. I love this weather, this unpredictable weather. I love it. The Sagittarian in me is so satisfied right now. Yes, I'm a Sagittarius, y'all. And anybody watching, I am single. Single meaning I'm not married. Anyway, just joking. No, but I'm serious. I am single and not married. But I said that in a joking way because that is not an invitation for any crazy people to come to me. I do not attract crazy anymore. I love y'all. I really do. And I'm so thankful for the time. You guys can share this if you want to. I don't care. I'm sitting here with a rag on my head. Haven't even picked out my afro for the day. But I'm so thankful. I love you guys. I want to share love with you. I want to share light with you. I want to share peace with you. I want to share joy with you. I want to share prosperity with you. I want to share wisdom with you. I want to share abundance with you. I want to share laughter with you. I want to share all that so that you have it to share with me. So yeah, peace out, y'all. Love you. Mwah.